Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and my future prey, and welcome to my video that is completely devoid of an epic introduction of any description. There is a reason for that, by the way. I do not want my introductions to become some kind of a tradition or something I do in every video cast, because thinking them up could be a little bit difficult. Especially after making I don't know how many. So I would rather stop it now and keep it just something that I do occasionally but not in every video. I think you understand. I hope you understand at least. Now we are back with my Space Siafu playthrough. Oh, timer. There we go. And we are immediately attacked. By the way, did I introduce myself? Well, I'm gonna introduce myself through a battle. I am PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer, about to kill the enemy that has made a tech switch to missiles. Again. Slightly annoying, but what can you do? Fortunately, my mob class ships are outfitted with some flak defense, so I'm not totally defenseless against the missiles, but it is gonna hurt, and it's gonna hurt a lot. I will try to go for weapon disruption. But if the enemy goes for tactics, which would be the smart thing to do, then I would be very much so dead. And if this was a human player, then he would definitely go for tactics. But since I'm fighting an AI, he will just random a battle card, so it... And of course it will be a type of strategy. Let's say that I just realized that I'm not engineering, I'm sabotage. So he did not counter me as I thought he will. That's good, that's good. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, his beams, or their beams, as if they are amoebas, will do no damage whatsoever to my ships. The rockets, however, wow, that is a lot of loud sounds. The rockets, however, might not be the case. And thank you for allowing me to counter a battle card and thus allowing me to repair all the damage that I have taken in this particular battle. Thank you, much appreciated. Now, there's actually something I wanted to mention. Two things, actually. First of all, tomorrow I'll have my stitches taken off. Which is, well, great, I guess. I do not really care. But let's say this is great. But what this means... Hold on. Oh, even more mobs. Okay, then why don't you just go there? Thank you. Oh, because this fleet is full already. But I will speed up the conquest mechanic of our system, will I not? So, yeah. And I was talking about the stitches removal, yeah. But before I do that, let me just check my systems, because usually before making a video, I'm always make sure that everything is queued up as it should be. This time I didn't, but I do remember that in the previous cast, I did queue everything up in the way it should have been queued up. However, for whatever reason that I don't quite get, my approval is that pretty much nothing. What happened? I'm almost entirely positive that last time I was here, yeah, the approval was pretty bad, but not this bad. And wow, those people still hate me, like 0% approval. That is quite a lot of hate heading in my general direction. Unfortunately, sorry, I cannot decrease the tax rate anymore, because if I do, I would lose dust. I cannot afford to do that. It is a good thing that the amoebas attacked me, though, let me tell you, because if that wouldn't happen, I would be forced to keep at 45% of tax rate, and then unpleasant things would happen. This time, however, I'm almost done with the removal of the Hergod's negative effect, which is, by the way, I did read this description before making a video cast. It sounds hilarious. So it is gonna be something that will decrease the unhappiness on this particular system. However, as you may or may not have seen, I'm just gonna show it to you. On Trashcan, people, the Trashcan 1 is no longer improved, it's just normal planet, and soon enough, in 1610s, it will have an increased productivity, which is troubling, because the time is near when I have to forget about my past home system. But in the meantime, I might as well just go ahead and end my turn. So as I was saying, tomorrow removal of the stitches, which is probably most likely going to cause me not to make a video cast. So tomorrow I'm going to take a day off, and you will not see the video of this day for obvious reasons, because I'm going to take a day off. Most likely, I'm not Where is the trash can 1 +1 production on population on planets? Okay, this is both great and annoying a little bit because let me tell ya, that is one of the best moons you could imagine. I mean, wow, it gives your system so much industry, but this is the oldest system I have. It's almost run out of its locus points, which means, or rather it has too many of them, whichever way you look at it, it means that sooner rather than later it's gonna be very much so useless. If I had discovered this on a newer system, where I only have planets improved for like 5 turns or something, this would be great, but now it's just really good. Which is not good enough for me, apparently. Oh well. And the other temple, which is also very lucky, wow, +1 science per population mark. And this time it is a little bit better. It still is one of the oldest systems I have, but at least it still does have some planets that are not improved at all just yet, which is nice. My hero leveled up in Trash Can, that is nice, or rather on Trash Can. So I'm gonna give him Director 3 and give myself access to efficient schooling, which is very, very powerful trait indeed. An empty moon somewhere on Hero 4, well, it's still gonna be useful for other improvements, so it's not that bad, but it's not great either, obviously. And I do have access to greater manipulation, that is great. I already explained to you why on numerous occasions, but that really, really is great. Trash Can should no longer hate me. Yep, those people are now happy because the incredible amount of unhappiness that it was producing is now gone. And next time we're gonna find out if intense cultivation logistics works the way I thought it would work in the previous videocast. So go and watch it now! You probably already did. Either that or you do not care at all, in which case you're not watching this videocast either. So, yeah. Okay, I'm obviously going to go for Planetary Institute. I do not believe I need anything else. Definitely I do not need Baldur's Guild balls, for obvious reasons. So I'm just gonna give myself more dust because I need it. Usually I try to go for science, but things are looking a little bit grim on the dust front, dear says. They do indeed. Wow, actually. Holy Toledo. That is really bad. If I go for more dust production, will this save me? No, I mean, just seeing how my second most productive system makes... Actually, maybe if my most productive system makes dust for a single turn... Yeah, this will help me a little bit. Question is, do I care about it or not? Well... I don't know. I'm just gonna queue up Planetary Institute on everywhere. Except this, because I need this dust. Annoying. This... Oh, wait a minute, my disapproval is gone? So why do people still hate me? As I can remember, I did have 8 turns ago, apparently, this thingy that decreased my overall approval in the entire empire. Now it's gone because I cannot see it, and those people still hate me so much? Huh? Expansion disapproval and overpopulation disapproval. Okay, we get it, but isn't that a little bit extensive, guys? Come on. Don't you know that hate is not productive and thus useless? Whatever. So you know what might be a better idea? Since they hate me, I'm gonna hate them myself. And I'm gonna increase the tax rate. Maybe not this much. So that I only lose 3 dust, and still next time I'm gonna have intense cultivation logistics, which is gonna cost me even more dust. But on the other hand, it will test my theory if the locus points can be reset partially, which is nice. Maybe I should start scrapping some improvements that I do not need actually. Let's have a quick look. I definitely will no longer need sustainable farms over here, let me tell ya. So we can scrap that. I mean, yes, I will colonize the Mystium asteroid belt in the future, but I still have a little bit of time to go before this happens. Over here, I think I do not need... Actually, do I have... No, I do not, never mind. Okay, I do have sustainable farms and epigenetic crop sitting on the system. I do need one of those, I'm quite positive of that. So I'm gonna get rid of the less productive one, the sustainable farms, while still having epigenetic crop sitting, which is way more productive. So it's kind of worth the cost. Next system, wow, it has no food improvements whatsoever. How did that happen? Don't know, don't ask me. Wow, that is really surprising. This system, it does need its food production because as soon as I max it out, and I'm about to, I'm gonna colonize some more. So, yeah. And last but by no means least, Hindel. I think I will need food as well. Yeah, I will, unfortunately. How about Artemis? I need food here as well because people are already eating more than they can, which is kinda strange, but oh well. So this... well, at least we are making dust rather than losing it, so it did improve our situation a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Unfortunately, it is gonna, yet again, be decreased tremendously as soon as I get the intense cultivation logistics, which cost a lot. Same goes with epigenetic crop seeding, but there isn't really much I can do about it, unfortunately. Unless I can somehow plunder my opponents. Now, where is my scout? You useless piece of junk. Actually, where is my scout? Wait a minute. I do remember having a scout. Where is it? There are mobs, and there are more mobs. Where's the eye of Cthulhu? Oh, there it is. Okay, it already made its move. Fine, I'm not gonna say anything. And was there anything else that I had to do before ending this turn? Not really. I would really appreciate if this one survey gave me some kind of production that gives me more dust. I need it right now. Even though I'm a businessman, apparently I'm not a good businessman at all. Which is, to be quite honest, not that surprising. Anyway, there was one other thing I wanted to tell you. And this was about a little bit of strategy in Endless Space, a little trick. Because I realized that right now we're in this situation where I'm using rockets only, Amoebas essentially are using rockets only as well. And you might be... this is an amazing hero, why did I not get him in the first turn? Now there's no way I have the money for him, and even if I do, I would rather use it to revive my fleet admiral than buy out this guy. But, seriously, corporate and administrator, best governor combination ever! Especially if you could get it on the first turn. Unfortunately, I did not. Oh well. Also amazing portrait, just saying. Okay. Empty moon, that's not so helpful at all, so let us move my scouting fleet to Lynx apparently. So what do we have here? Irradiated small Arctic, that is nice. Ancient Turins. Ruins on medium tundra, that is actually nice. With dust water. How much dust water will I have after I conquer it? Only 2 bits. Never mind, I thought I could have a monopoly, but no, there's still quite a long way before that happens. A decent system all in all. Not great, not bad. Okay then. I need to scratch myself. I have no idea why I told you about this, but apparently it was important to mention. Now I'm losing dust again, but next turn I'll stop losing dust because of my Planetary Institute, which is great. So, all in all, somehow everything worked out for the best. I'm losing dust, but I'm losing just enough to allow me to survive until the first Planetary Institute kicks in, and then I'm just gonna cash in on the money, which is going to be great. And I will also be able to get some more Planetary Institute on this system rather than just have it make me dust when it's almost not productive at all with strike levels at 0%. I mean strike levels at 100%, approval at 0%. You know what I mean. Okay, still 2 turns before my research finishes, and there's still only amoebas that I have discovered who hate my guts. Understandable, really. I'm trying to kill them all. So, I was saying about rockets. You might be thinking, what is the best strategy to counter an enemy who's relying solely on ships filled with rockets only? This might be especially a big issue for you in multiplayer when you fight against a human opponent who makes dozens of very cheap ships that are only equipped with rockets, not even any defense components, but just pure rockets. I'm gonna retreat and hope my ship survives. And they have only missiles too, which is going to be a great demonstration because you're gonna see... this is gonna give you a hint on the best way to counter it. And no, it's not just about running away from every army you see, though I guess it is something you can do, but obviously this would sooner or later mean that you're gonna die and you lose your entire fleet. We do not want to do that. So there are 3 ways to counter a fleet, or rather dozens of very small cheap fleets that are equipped with rockets only. The first way is to just do not really do anything. If you believe that you have way superior military traits to your opponent and that you have far superior tech, then you can just continue having your standard fleet with all the usual others and just maybe slightly increase the amount of flag you have and hope that the enemy is not going to do enough damage to you that it will actually matter. It is a possibility, but this is a very unlikely scenario, so it almost never happens. The other possibility is very similar to the other scenario is very similar to the previous one, but this time you resign from all other defensive modules and replace them with flag only. This has a benefit and also an element of risk, because obviously when you equip your ship with defense only, with flag only, and have nothing else, if enemy makes a tech switch, it is gonna hurt your ships a lot and you'll potentially lose the bulk of your army in a matter of seconds. We do not want that to happen. And then there is the third solution that I'll talk about as soon as I make sure that I do not need to take care of anything. Wow, look at the amount of dust I'm making right now. That is great. Okay, I do need to make my people a little bit more happier, and yeah, maybe not on strike. The people at Pixel still hate me 0%. Wow. Yeah, they do hate me. Why is that, actually? Oh, high gravity. I did take care of host F1, but high gravity is still an issue, isn't it? It totally is. But oh well, we can deal with that. So let me, actually I do need this dust, apparently, which is blatantly obvious. Actually, you know what, I would love to make a little bit more dust this time. I mean, yes, it would make my people less happy, but I can survive this for now, because I do want to have a dust reserve so that I can later on resign from industry to dust conversion and go for planetary institute on this system, which would be great in my opinion. So let us end the turn while I tell you the last solution to the missile spam only problem. And that is a very simple solution. Actually, it is accessible in two different ways. Because people have different preferences, I'm going to tell you my side of things while explaining the other point of view. So let's have a quick look at... what was I going to look at? Well, that is embarrassing. Oh well, let's have a quick look at this. So what you... oh yes, I remember now. So there is a little upgrade called Photon Distortion that gives you access to offensive retreat. This ends the battle and allows you to deal 1 or maybe even 2 rounds of damage on your weapons. Now what this means, because you retreat, neither of the fleets will be able to fire rockets, because they will not be able to actually connect to the enemy ships. So that's already one thing, the enemy will not be able to do any damage to you when we retreat. But because it is an offensive retreat, you will be able to deal damage to the enemy, provided that you do not use missiles. So, in my opinion, the best thing to do is, aside from having your normal fleets that you still are going to need, trust me, make 2 or 3 fleets that you're going to send on the front lines and equip them with as high level kinetics as you can. You can also go for beams, but in my opinion, kinetics are a better bet. I forgot why though. I did think about this, trust me, but I forgot why that I believe that it is better to go for kinetics rather than beams. Yeah, where is that? I'm sorry, I forgot. I'll try to remember while this cast is going on. But regardless, whichever you go for, it is going to do a lot of damage to the enemy ships, especially if they are not equipped with any defensive modules, and they will not be. Usually, if the enemy went for this kind of glass cannoning technique, which you're going to beat with this technique, and this way you're gonna clear out any rocket-only ships, and force the enemy to either stop doing that, what he's been doing, or install some defense modules on his armadas, which is going to make those rocket ships way less effective, and thus mitigate the problems you have. Okay then, I can now decrease the tax rate, I'm going to lose dust, but I have a dust reserve, so I could care less. I am going to go for colonial rights, because I'm hoping I can get ecstatic on my system, which is going to give me a nice boost to pretty much everything. And oh, we are supposed to check something, were we not? Yes, indeed we were. And did it? I should have checked this a little bit sooner, because I cannot tell if it actually helped me with my locus points. I don't think I did. maybe I don't know. I will have to test it again on a different system. So let's have a quick look at the systems we have available. I need colonial rights though. So we'll deal with that later. We'll see if this actually helps. Also, I'm gonna go for colonial rights on all of my systems because not only they give you colonial rights, and why can't I go for colonial rights on Artemis? Does it already have them? Yes, it does. Oh, didn't see this one coming. But it also, colonial rights, I mean, they also provide you with a nice boost to happiness, and I need it. I need it badly, and whoa. Never mind. Wasn't gonna do anything. Okay, Mizar is discovered. That is nice. You know, we must really have a huge empire. I mean, considering they also had those two systems, they were really going to beat me had I not attacked early, which is good, because I did attack them early, and now I feel manly and smart. And look at that, their score used to be the best. Now they are the second worst. I'm the third worst, but still, taking out the best player, being one of the worst players, is something that you can be proud of, isn't it? Well, I hope it is. Anything else I should take a good look at? Not really, I'm pretty much worst at everything I can be, but keep in mind, I'm playing at the endless difficulty level, in which the AI hacks a lot. They have boosted pretty much everything you can imagine. At least the buyout bonus has been decreased, so now they're not gonna have bajillion fleets out of nowhere, like they did in the beta days, but still. Okay, is there any stagnating system? There are a lot actually, but planetary institutes are more important right now. Are they? Well, I don't need colonial rights, but I also need to make sure that this system is not stagnating, so before I get colonial rights, I'm gonna colonize lava. It is... oh wait, it is going to cost me dust. I mean, not really cost me, but it will not give me dust. But this one will give me dust rather than cost me. And this will also increase my happiness. Yes! Come on, I didn't click it. Yes! I was trying to say thank you. May I have another? Okay, any other system in need of my attention because it is stagnating? Yes, I know trash can is, I don't care, because, yeah, I cannot do anything about pixies. I cannot... wow, I just realized how many gas giants are here. I cannot do anything about Artemis. I will be able to in the future by going for endothermic structures, and actually I'm just gonna queue them up right away. And Faitas, I can colonize the Baron. Can I? Yes, I can, and it has reported locals, which is good because they increase my productivity, but it also, because it is a Baron, going to decrease my happiness by a lot, so I'm gonna hold off with that. Okay, I still have to wait bajillion turns until I conquer anything, which is mildly annoying. It will take way less if I were able to heal my hero, but 560, not happening, maybe even ever actually, which is kinda sad. What I could do is reassign one of my governor's hero to be in charge of the fleet. How much... yeah, let's have a quick look. How much melee do they have? 4 melee, that is something. 1 melee, that is not a lot at all. But still, it is gonna increase my invasion power. How much? 40%. Man, it is going to be a big decision, because if I assign him and reassign him, then after... then I will not be able to get him back on my system for the next couple of turns. So I'm gonna wait until he has colonized the lava, and then I'm gonna assign him to the fleet. I think it's an optimal way. This way I will make sure that I already have lava, which will provide me with more industry and also more happiness, so the system will not cry when this hero with propaganda will go away. Though personally I would be happy if I had no propaganda, but apparently that's not how it works. Okay, let us end the turn. Drink some juice! Actually, I have almost none left, but oh well. I'll drink a little bit more. And there it goes. It's gone. I used to be able to drink juice, and now, apparently I'm not. Of course, I could go downstairs and drink it, but... you know, easy solutions, not really my style. Okay, I will gladly go for geo-industrial plants, thank you very much. And now I'm gonna test my plan. Unassign hero. And let us reassign him to this fleet and see if it changes anything. Dear sir, please go in and didn't improve the time it would take me to conquer the system at all. That is annoying. And he wouldn't even gain more experience because there are no battles to be had. While in this system he would gain experience while constructing systems. Of course heroes gain experience over time, but that's just 1 per 10, that is not a lot. Oh well, it was a test. I believe it was worth a try. Come on. Okay, this is interesting. Those ships are damaged. This is a clear indication that they have been fighting pirates. And this bodes well for me because apparently Amoebas have problems with pirates, and this is going to weaken their fleet significantly and hopefully allow me to capture them more quickly in the long run. That's a retreat, obviously, because that is the sensible thing to do. Sorry for that. Little interruption. And yeah, actually they cannot do anything to me because they have only missiles. See? Now imagine if I had offensive retreat and a bunch of kinetics on the ship. They would go down so quickly. And also, you know why kinetics... I mean, this isn't the reason why I said that going for kinetics is better than going for beams when you try to counter the enemy missiles, but one of the reasons is the side of the tech tree that you would have to stick in, because going for kinetics would also provide you with some very powerful flak. So even if even when you are still afraid that enemy missile fleet might surprise you without when your glass cannon kinetic fleet isn't around, then you still will be at least somewhat defended against the missiles. So this is something. While going for beams. Actually, let's have a health check, because I'm really curious why I said that it is better to go for kinetics rather than the beams, and now I do not remember. Was it because they were harder to counter? Is that something? I think it might have been it, though I don't really think so. I'm not sure, because there is this thingy that is right now going in my head, because if you go for kinetics, the enemy has to counter it by going for the right side of the tech tree, which also has the beams. However, this is the opposite of the side where you have the missiles. So it is probable, or at least possible, that the enemy focusing around missile development will not have access to high-level beams and deflectors. And because of this, they will be even less capable of countering your kinetics if they were to try so. That is most likely not what I had in mind when I said that kinetics are better than beams in this particular scenario, but this is the thing that came to my head right now, and I cannot think of anything else, so we'll just have to deal with that. Now, my scout had to retreat. I kinda was hoping he would retreat to this white sun. It's not a sun! It's supposed to be a white wolf, or white something else, but not a sun. Whatever, I'm just gonna cool. I'm cool, man. I'm chilled. I'm... Sorry, I don't know what I was supposed to do here, and... Oh. Apparently my theory that the pirates cannot spawn in your influence zone has failed. They can spawn anywhere they want as long as the system is neutral. Wait, do you see how much military power they have? 4,200. My biggest fleets do not have even nearly as much. I can only pray that they're gonna stick to Circini and not gonna anywhere else. And for the future, I need sustainability, so as soon as they go away from Circini, I will be able to colonize it to make sure no more pirates spawn. This is gonna help me a lot. And they'll be able to capture my systems relatively quick as well, which is troubling and frightening, if you ask me. Now, let's have a quick look at my dust income or outcome. Income or outcome? That doesn't make... oh, whatever. And I'm losing dust, but only 2 per 10. At this rate, I'll never be able to heal my hero, but I already accepted it. At least, more or less. And, oh man, I would love to go for colonial rights, but look what happens when I do not have industry to dust conversion. Yeah, that happens. So, I cannot really do that, unfortunately. I cannot also make more ships for this exact same reason. So much dust that I need. So much dust. And I'm really surprised that people hate me so much. Actually, you know what might fix it? Where is this upgrade? There it is. This might fix it. Orbital Consuling, or whatever you're supposed to pronounce it. Decrease expansion disapproval on system. This is generating a large chunk of the disapproval I get. So I might go for, be forced to go for this one. Another alternative is to go for solar vivification to get extreme anomaly reduction, but the problem is it will take me 9 turns. I don't have this amount of time on my hands. So, because I really want to have revenue then, it is also going to help me tremendously, and also having more command points cap on Empire is very important. So, I'm gonna go for that first, and then I will go for the orbital consoling via the applied atmospherics. Also, it will allow me to get the Reaper class ship, which is amazing. In the meantime, I also might as well get... I mean, I have to get one of those two tech trees, and I do not really care about... Actually, getting asteroids would allow me to colonize the last planet, per se, which is a real planet, but whatever, on my home system, but... This allows me to travel through wormholes. I mean, without the use of wormholes. Might be useful for my scouting ship. I'm gonna go for it. All my invasion fleets in the future. I'll need it sooner than later. Anyway, well, actually I will need both of those techs. But, I believe I have more gas giants than anything else, than asteroids as well, so that's another reason. Okay, anything else I should do before the end of the turn? I do not believe there is something that I should really be on the lookout for, so I might as well end the turn. It has been 30 minutes since the beginning of this videocast, so I guess judging by the length of my previous 2 casts, I'll record this for 7 more minutes. I don't want to record it for too long, for the very simple reason that I'm about to play with Gainslayer and I think he's waiting for me. Then again, I have been waiting for him as well for an hour and a half, so he deserves to wait for a little bit longer. It's not like he didn't tell me that I'll have to wait. He did, but whatever. Shut up. Okay, a lot of stuff has happened this time. Okay, first of all, new galactic event, my faction only. Wow! I wish my hero was not injured, but maybe it still worked on him. I'll see that. And now that stand has been uncovered and enough attuned heroes are using it, that a partially sentient pulse was transmitted across dust-affected sentience. In a brief moment of shared knowledge and experience, the capacities of your heroes took a significant jump. Plus 50 experience on all heroes, for my faction only. This is Sparta! I'm sorry, this didn't sound remotely close to the 300 movie. But I thought about this Sparta reference very late, so maybe it... I'm sorry, there is no explanation for that at all. But this is a really big deal. So, I can level up my heroes a little bit, but still that is something. 1 level up on this hero for a lot of the industry, yes please, very very useful. This hero, he's injured, but... Yeah! You know what is gonna happen, right? Usually I do not bother with hardy constitution, but because of but there are 2 reasons why I will. 1, I need this hero. 2, my faction, as you may or may not recall, has this thing called, well, it has very pathetic heals, and one of the reasons why I say that is because they have sloppy snowballs, plus 100% healing cost on hero. I would like to get rid of that as much as possible, thank you very much, so... Yup. The hell was like, did it give me something? No, it just removed the option of Hardy Constitution. I cannot go for Hardy Constitution 2? Oh well, I'm not sure if there is Hardy Constitution 2, to be quite honest. I rarely go for this ability, but oh well. Except, now, how much does he cost now to resurrect? Even more because he leveled up. Come on! Well, he would cost even more had I not gone for Hardy Constitution, but still it hurts a lot. And this guy... Yeah, I could go for Veteran. I will have to go for it sooner or later. And this will increase my melee, which will allow him to conquer the system faster. So I'll do that. Usually I would rather just go for Director and then go for Efficient Schooling for obvious reasons, but this time, since I do still have to wait a couple of times before I reassign him to his system, I might as well go for Veteran and provide myself with some more melee. And as I said, it is going to speed up the conquest of the system a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. Now they beg for ceasefire, in return for Hideo, and they're also gonna give me 2 Desperate 10 for the duration of ceasefire. Very funny, that's the only comment I have. Refuse. You're all gonna die. Yes! I'm sorry, that sounded like I was really retarded in the head. retarded in the head. I have never had anybody say it like that. Anyway, can I make it to this system in a single turn? Let me turn this thingy off and check. It doesn't really tell me that all that much, but let's try it nevertheless. Please make it, please make it, please make it! 1, he didn't make it. 2, now he's gonna have to retreat. Hopefully he's going to retreat to this system, which will save me a turn worth of movement. But it is also entirely possible he will retreat to Indusa, which will be just a waste of time. And to make it even worse, beams, more beams, and some missiles. But this, yeah, he's not gonna survive this. I will try to make him survive by retreating, but I honestly do not see how I could possibly save this guy. He's got almost no health left and the beams are gonna rape him. As simple as that. Well, let's go look at the positive side of things, shall we? I will not have to spend any dust on the ship. Yay! But I needed it. Because I really would love to discover more of the universe to know where my next target is. That's the first thing. And the other thing is, I really do want to show you some wonders, because so far we have been really unlucky and I still have not discovered not a single wonder yet. And some of those wonders look amazing. You have to see them for yourself, and I hope you're gonna see them sooner rather than later. I know for a fact that there's a bunch of wonders in this galaxy. I mean, there are always wonders generated. I just don't know how many of them there are, unfortunately. And you know what, we might as well soon end the cast, but before that happens, let's kill some innocent civilians. Actually, yeah, I know technically speaking those are soldiers, and they are not innocent at all. But let us imagine they're innocent civilians, because killing innocent feels so good, man. I know, it sounded creepy, but keep in mind, I'm supposed to be... Wait a minute, what do they have? Missiles, that's great. But keep in mind, I'm playing as the faction that takes pleasure in killing and destruction, so I believe that this statement I just made, which was kinda creepy and weird and troubling, was fitting. Okay, both of our water cars worked. I have no idea why he went for deflector increase in deflector's efficiency, because not only I have no kinetics, they also have... Well, they do have a bunch of deflectors. But still, as I said before, the AI just randles the cards, so yeah. Okay, I took almost no damage, the enemy was completely obliterated. How did he survive? 15 HP, come on! Come on! I'm sorry. Well, at the very least, I was able to heal the damage I took, well, most of it, I believe. Yeah, almost all of it. I'm also going to take some damage in this particular turn, but still, all in all, I believe I was able to heal more than lose, even though the enemy still was able to fire his rockets. So it wasn't so bad, was it now? And I'm so happy I went for the rockets, because if I tried to play it without them, I would be so dead. Yeah, because Amoebas also went for the rockets, so if they had gone for it and I had not, there's no way I could have defeated them. So yet again, another reason why I wish the rockets would have been reworked, and this is going to be trouble. Don't bring a one, please. Do I lose dust? Of course I do. How much? A lot. Okay then, I'm going to increase the tax rate. How much can you increase the tax rate without making my constructions take longer? Only a little bit, but at least I will lose less. Okay, 50% tax rate, I'll go for that. And I'm not sure if there's something else I should do this then, actually. Maybe I can just end it and see my outro while it is ending. Let's have a quick look, shall we? There isn't anything over here that it requires my immediate attention. The technology is queued up. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we can end the turn. That's very surprising. And the skill is completely useless so far. Oh well. But anyway, am I recording? Yes, I am. Almost had a heart attack. Okay, anyway, let's end the turn and say my outro. It was PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer. If you somehow managed to enjoy my videocast, then please by all means like it, maybe even subscribe to my channel if you wish to see more of those videos. And last but by no means least, do please leave a comment, because not only I love reading them, and I do read every one of them. If I I notice them, because the new YouTube makes it really difficult for anyone to notice any comments. So stupid change. Everybody hates YouTube changes, but still it doesn't make. Yeah, I hate it. But anyway, please still comment nevertheless. I'll try to keep an eye out for any more comments. And also it helps my channel quite a bit, because it just basically makes YouTube search engine make my videos pop out more often. And oh, I had to click it again, whatever. And that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you online.